Welcome to Duskhaven Sleep Stories, a quiet place where the day gently fades, and soft stories carry you into rest. Tonight, we are going on a very quiet journey together. A journey not to somewhere loud or bright or busy, but to somewhere forgotten. Somewhere that exists only in the gentlest corners of imagination. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to remember, nothing you need to solve. You only need to breathe. Let your shoulders fall. Let your jaw unclench. Let the weight of the day dissolve, like sugar stirred slowly into warm water. We are going somewhere soft tonight, somewhere pale blue, somewhere that smells of petals and rain and something ancient and sweet. Are you ready? Then let us begin. Imagine, if you will, a night in the last days of autumn. Not cold enough to ache, but cool enough that you pull your collar closer. That in-between season where the world holds its breath, hovering somewhere between the warmth it once was and the stillness it is slowly becoming. You are standing at the edge of a forgotten path. It is narrow, barely wider than your shoulders, and it winds between two rows of overgrown hedges that rise on either side like sleeping walls. The hedges are old, older than the path, older, perhaps, than anyone who has ever walked it. Their branches twist into one another overhead, forming a canopy of tangled dark green that filters the moonlight into thin silver threads that drift down around you like ribbons. The ground beneath your feet is soft, covered in a thick carpet of pale moss, the kind that cushions every step so gently that you begin to wonder if you are walking at all, or simply floating just a breath above the earth. You walk forward, There is no urgency. There is nowhere else to be. The night is calm, and the path ahead is quiet. And somewhere, not far, but not yet visible, you sense something waiting. As you move deeper into the path, the hedges begin to change. At first, you notice only a few small blossoms tucked between the dark green leaves, barely larger than a thumbnail. Each one a pale, luminous blue. Periwinkle, cornflower, the color of sky reflected in still water just before dawn. You lean in closer to one. Its petals are almost translucent, thin as paper held up to a candle. So delicate you can see the faintest silver veining running through each one, like tiny rivers on a map of somewhere dreamed. It does not move in the breeze, it simply glows, with a soft inner light that seems to come from somewhere deep within the flower itself. You stand there for a moment, watching it. And then, gently, you continue walking. The blossoms multiply as you go, first a few dozen, then hundreds. Then the hedges are entirely covered in them, cascading walls of pale blue petals that catch the moonlight and hold it, so that the entire path becomes luminous, as if you are walking through the inside of a lantern. The air changes too. It is softer now, warmer. It carries something on it, a faint, sweet fragrance that you cannot quite name. It is floral, but not heavily so. It is green and clean and slightly cool, and beneath all of that there is something else. Something warm and smoky and ancient. The smell of tea. You slow your steps. Ahead, the path curves gently to the left, and just beyond that curve, between the branches of two enormous wisteria trees, whose roots have grown together at the base like old friends holding hands, you see it. A gate. It is iron wrought into curling vines and open blossoms, and it stands slightly ajar, as though it has been expecting you, as though it has been waiting. not impatiently, but with the quiet certainty of something that has always known you would come. You place your hand against it. It swings open without a sound, and you step through. On the other side of the gate, the world is different. Not dramatically so. Not in the way of fairy tales where everything transforms at once. In a burst of color and sound. It is subtler than that. The air simply feels older here, quieter, as though time moves through this garden at a different pace, more slowly, more deliberately, the way honey moves when you tilt the jar. You are standing at the edge of a garden, but calling it a garden feels insufficient, the way calling the ocean a puddle feels insufficient. It is vast, impossibly, gently vast, stretching away in every direction in curving terraces and winding stone paths, and gentle rises of earth planted so densely with flora that you cannot see where one plant ends and another begins. And everything, every blossom, every climbing vine, every low-hanging branch, every cup-shaped flower opening toward the moon, is blue. Not a single uniform blue, the way water is not a single blue. There is the pale, milky blue of baby's breath clustered in soft clouds close to the ground. There is the deeper, cooler blue of tall irises standing at attention along the stone path. There is the silvery, almost white blue of the mist that drifts between everything, coiling around the bases of the flower stems, pooling in the hollows of the stone, rising in thin tendrils toward the sky. And then there are the pale blue petals you noticed in the hedge along the path. Here they are everywhere. They grow on everything. They climb the stone walls in long, lazy ropes. They hang from the branches of trees you cannot name. They float, detached and spinning slowly, through the mist-filled air, drifting down in small blue spirals to the ground, where they gather in soft drifts like fallen snow. You begin to walk. The stone path is smooth and slightly cool beneath your feet. It winds through the garden in no particular hurry, past a pond so still it is indistinguishable from the sky reflected in it, past low stone lanterns burning with a soft amber glow that makes the blue of the flowers look even more luminous by contrast, past a small wooden bench half swallowed by trailing vines, where someone has left a single empty teacup. You pause at the bench. The teacup is hand-painted, a delicate porcelain thing with a paper-thin rim, and a painted pattern of blue petals spiraling around the outside. You pick it up carefully, and inside, coating the bottom in a faint pale film, is the ghost of tea that was drunk here long ago. You set it down gently. Someone loved this garden once. Perhaps someone loves it still. The mist thickens as you walk deeper into the garden. It rises from the ground now in earnest, coiling up around your knees like something curious. Cool and damp and smelling faintly of earth and green things. Above it, the tops of the tallest plants and trees are still visible. Dark and softly moving shapes in the moonlit blue. The moon itself is enormous tonight, full and low and so bright it casts shadows. Long, thin shadows of flower stems, striped across the pale stone path beneath your feet, like the bars of a ladder laid flat on the ground. You are in the center of the garden now. You can feel it. The way a room has a center. The way a piece of music has a moment when it arrives at itself. And there, ahead of you, visible through a final curtain of hanging blue blossoms, that part as you approach like a beaded doorway in a dream, is the tea house. It is small. That is the first thing you notice. Smaller than you expected, perhaps, but in the most comforting way. The way a nest is small. The way the most beloved rooms of your life have always been a little too small, and somehow perfect for it. It is built from dark timber, old, silvered wood that has weathered many seasons, with a curved roof that sweeps upward at the corners, in the old style, and a narrow wooden veranda that wraps around the outside, where do paper lanterns hang on either side of the door, burning a warm and steady amber. The windows are lit from within. Not brightly, softly. A low, honey-colored warmth that spills out across the wooden floorboards of the veranda and pools in the garden just below, making the pale blue petals around the base of the tea house glow faintly gold. The door is open. Not wide open, just a few inches, the way a door is left open for someone expected. You climb the 2 shallow steps to the veranda. Beneath your feet, the old wood creaks once, a single, quiet sound, and then is still. You push the door open gently and step inside. The tea house has one room. It is everything. The walls are made of paper screens, chaussee, and in the lamplight they glow like the inside of a shell, warm and creamy and softly luminous. Someone has painted them, or perhaps the shadows themselves have, over many years of lamp and moon and candle, with the outlines of flowers. Pale blue petals, barely visible, as if painted in watercolor on watercolor. There and then not there, visible only when the light shifts. The floor is covered in woven mats that are soft underfoot. In the center of the room, a low wooden table sits between 2 cushioned seats. The table is simple, dark, smooth, the wood worn to a beautiful polish by years of cups set down and lifted and set down again. And in the corner, on a small iron stand above a bed of quietly glowing coals, an iron kettle sits. It is beginning to sing. Not yet boiling, not the full, rolling boil of impatience. Just the very first murmur of heat, a low, continuous whisper, as if the water inside is dreaming and beginning to speak in its sleep. Beside the kettle stands a small wooden shelf lined with jars. ceramic jars with hand-painted lids, each one labeled in a script you cannot quite read, but somehow understand. And in the nearest jar, through its thin porcelain walls, you can see the faint pale shapes of what is inside. Silver needles, long, fine, thread-like leaves, white-tipped and delicate, that catch the lamplight and shimmer very faintly, like the first light on still water. White tea, the rarest, the quietest, the one that tastes most like almost nothing, or rather like the memory of something very clean and very good. You settle onto one of the cushioned seats. The cushion sighs softly beneath your weight. You reach for the nearest teacup. There are two on the table, as if the tea house knew you were coming and set a place for you, and you hold it in both hands. It is hand-painted porcelain, thin enough to be translucent at the rim. The glaze is the pale blue of the garden outside, and painted around its circumference in a spiraling line are petals, each one individually rendered, each one slightly different from the last, as if the painter was working from memory, and the memory kept shifting, and they did not mind. You sit with the cup in your hands, and you breathe. The kettle speaks, now in a low continuous song. Not yet ready, but close. You set the cup down and reach for the jar of silver needles. The ceramic lid comes free with a soft sound, a small exhalation, as if the jar itself had been holding its breath, and the scent that rises from within is extraordinary. It is difficult to describe. Imagine the smell of clean air before rain. Imagine the inside of a very old book kept somewhere cool. Imagine the smell of new snow if snow smelled sweet. It is all of those things and none of them precisely. It is its own thing. This pale, whispering scent of dried, white tea leaves that carries in it somehow the memory of the mountain they grew on. The mist that fed them, the long, slow mornings when they unfurled in cool air, before anyone thought to pick them. You take a small measure of the silver needles and place them in the waiting strainer that rests across the mouth of your cup. The leaves are almost weightless, each one a thin silver thread, slightly curled at the ends, tipped with a pale white fuzz like the first frost on a petal. You set the jar down carefully, and now you wait. The kettle's song grows slowly higher, winding upward through the room like a thin thread of sound that you could follow with your eyes if you tried. The paper screens breathe very slightly, in and out, moved by some current of air too gentle to feel on your skin. Outside, through the open door, the garden is perfectly still. The mist moves in its slow, unconcerned way between the blue flowers, and the flowers hold their moonlit glow, and a single pale blue petal detaches somewhere in the dark and begins its long, spiraling descent to the ground that no one will witness but you. From here, from this warm and quiet room, the kettle lifts into a fuller sound. Not a rolling boil. You do not want that for white tea. You want it just below the boil, the moment just before, when the water is fully awake but not yet agitated, still clear, still soft. You lift the kettle from its stand. It is warm through the folded cloth you used to hold it, and you pour. The water falls over the silver needles in a thin, steady stream. For a moment, it is perfectly clear, just hot water, holding the shape of its pouring. And then, slowly, like a secret being told very quietly, the color comes. Pale gold at first, the faintest yellow, barely there, the color of morning light through thin curtains. Then deeper, a warm, luminous amber gold. Not dark, never dark with white tea, simply warm and clean and honest, spreading through the water like a very slow sunrise. The steam rises in a single, twisting column, and then disperses, finding the still air of the room and spreading through it in invisible waves that carry that clean, sweet, almost nothing scent. You set the kettle down with a soft clink of iron against wood, and you wait for the steeping. While the tea steeps, the moon finds a window. It moves as moons do, silently and without announcement, until it has positioned itself in the rectangular frame of the shoshi screen, directly across from where you sit, and it shines. Through the translucent paper of the screen, moonlight is transformed. It loses its directness. It softens and scatters, spreading across the entire surface of the screen, like milk poured into still water, so that the whole wall begins to glow. And in that glow, the painted petals become visible. You see them now, those pale blue flowers painted in watercolor on watercolor, revealed by the moonlight behind the paper, the way heat reveals old writing on a page. They are everywhere, climbing from the floor to the ceiling in long, winding stems, clustering in the corners like gathered breath. A single large bloom, perfectly centered, exactly where the moon shines brightest. Its petals spread open toward the light, as if even the painted flowers cannot help but turn toward it. You sit very still. There is a particular kind of quiet that comes only in certain moments. In the long second after music ends in a concert hall, in the space between waking and sleeping, in the center of a garden that time has forgotten. It is not the absence of sound. It is something more present than that. A quality of silence that has texture and weight, that presses gently against you from all sides, like warm water, like held hands, like being known. This is that silence, and sitting in it, you feel yourself soften. Not in a frightening way, in the way that muscles release after long effort, in the way that the held breath finally leaves the body, in the way that the face in sleep returns to something earlier, something younger, something that has never been tired. Your tea is ready. You know it without looking. The way you know when music reaches its right moment. The way you know when a story is almost where it was always going. You lift the strainer from the cup and set it on the small ceramic rest beside it. The tea is the color of pale gold, almost clear. The tea is the color of pale gold, almost clear. In the cup, with the moonlight coming through the screen behind it. It seems to hold its own light, a warm amber luminescence that is very quiet and very old. You raise the cup to your lips. You breathe in first. The steam is barely there now, just a breath of it rising from the surface, carrying that clean, sweet scent. That is grass and mist and something older than either. And then you sip. It is warm. No longer steaming, but pleasantly warm. The kind of warmth that comes after a drink has rested quietly for a while, waiting to be enjoyed at just the right moment. The taste is so gentle. It is almost nothing. Almost nothing, and then more than nothing. A sweetness that does not announce itself. That simply sits at the back of your tongue, like a memory you didn't know you had. Green and cool and faintly floral. And underneath it all, something that tastes like quiet. You set the cup down. The ceramic makes its small sound against the wood of the table. A single soft note, a tiny bell, the smallest possible sound in the largest possible silence. And the silence absorbs it completely, the way water absorbs rain. You have been here before. Not in this place, not in this particular tea house, not in this particular garden, but in the feeling of this place. You have felt this before. That particular combination of warmth and quiet, and the smell of something good. That makes the body loosen and the mind go slow. You know it. Perhaps it was a childhood afternoon, when the rain came and you were inside. And someone was making something in the kitchen, and you had nowhere to be. Perhaps it was a night long ago, when sleep came easily, when you lay down and closed your eyes, and the darkness was soft and the pillow was cool, and the sound outside was just rain or wind or the far-off sound of the world, going on without needing anything from you. This garden is full of those memories. Not yours specifically, everyone's. The garden collects them, the way certain places collect certain kinds of light. The way old libraries hold the attention of readers long gone. The way kitchens hold the warmth of every meal ever cooked there. The way the sea holds the sound of every wave that has ever come in. The pale blue petals hold the memory of every quiet moment that has ever been felt anywhere. And here, in this garden, in this tea house, breathing this steam, holding this cup, you are simply adding yours. You pour yourself a second cup. The kettle is cooler now, the water only just warm enough, and the tea it makes is lighter still, almost nothing, almost just warm water with a memory of leaves, and it is somehow even more perfect than the first. You drink it slowly. Outside, something is happening in the garden. A very light breeze has begun, barely a breath. Less than a breath. Just enough to move the mist in long, slow curves, and to loosen a few more petals from the nearest blooms. They drift through the open door. 3 or 4 of them, pale blue, translucent in the lamplight. They turn slowly in the air as they drift, and then settle. One on the table, one on the mat near your feet, one, the most adventurous, on the rim of your empty first cup, where it sits perfectly balanced, as if placed there by a careful hand. You look at it for a long time. It is very beautiful. Not in the way of spectacular things, in the way of quiet things, in the way of things that do not need you to notice them to be what they are, and are made more beautiful by the fact that you have. You feel very still. Not frozen, not rigid, but still in the way of deep water. Still in the way of things that are completely themselves. Your hands are warm in your lap. The cushion beneath you is soft. The lamplight is low and steady. The paper screens glow their quiet glow. The kettle is nearly cool, its song finished for tonight. And the coals beneath it are dying down to a warm and steady amber. Everything is exactly as it should be. Let your eyes close now. Not because you have to, because you want to. Because the lamplight behind your eyelids is a warm red gold, and the darkness is soft. And the tea is still warm in your chest. And there is nowhere else in all of the world that you are needed right now. The garden breathes. In, out. In, out. You can hear it if you listen, not literally, but in the way that quiet places breathe, in the slow expansion and settling of air, in the rhythm of the mist as it rises and falls, in the drift and spiral of petals, descending in their long, unhurried arcs. The pale blue petals are still falling outside. They have been falling since before you arrived, and they will still be falling after you sleep. Turning in the moonlit air of the garden in slow blue spirals, gathering in soft drifts along the stone paths, covering the bench and the pond and the lanterns in a blanket of pale and luminous blue. This is what the garden does at night. This is what it has always done. It falls and breathes and glows and keeps its quiet company with anyone who needs it. The moon is higher now. Through the paper screen, its light has shifted. Cooler, more silver. The warm amber of it replaced by the clean blue-white of full midnight sky. The tea house is blue-silver and warm amber together now. The lamp and the moon mixing their lights in the soft air of the room, the way two voices blend in a quiet song. Your second cup is empty. The petal on its rim has settled into the bowl of it now, resting at the bottom in a tiny pool of pale gold remnant, perfectly still. You could make another cup. You don't need to. You are already where you were going. Let everything go soft now. The edges of the room, the sound of the garden, the feel of the cushion beneath you, the warmth of the cup in your hands. Let them all soften and blur at the edges. The way candle flames blur in sleepy eyes, the way the world goes beautifully imprecise at the very edge of sleep. You are in the garden. You are in the tea house. You are in the quiet. You are already, almost, already. The garden of pale blue petals does not close. It does not lock its gate or shutter its windows, or put out its lanterns. It simply waits, the way it has always waited. Patient and blue and luminous for anyone who needs it. The tea house will always have a cup ready. The silver needles will always be in their jar. The kettle will always be warming slowly, just below the boil, murmuring its low and constant song. and the petals will always be falling, turning in the mist, pale and translucent, blue and quiet and beautiful. As long as anyone, anywhere, needs somewhere soft to land. Sleep well. You are safe here. You are warm. You are exactly where you need to be.